What's up, guys? In today's Tekken 7 tutorial, we're going to talk about throws and breaking throws. So every character, first of all, has two normal throws. 1 plus 3 is going to be the left throw, where he grabs with the left hand. 2 plus 4 is going to be the right throw, where they grab with the right hand. And to tech a normal throw, all you got to do is tap 1 or 2 right when the opponent throws you. So you can see, you tech right out of it. 1 or 2 works, but 1 plus 2 does not work, and I'm going to explain why in a second. But in previous games, you would have to actually spot what hand they're using and then tech with the appropriate button, 1 or 2, depending on if it's a left or right throw. In Tekken 7, you do not have to. Either one is going to tech it. And generally, Tekken has a much bigger throw tech window than Street Fighter, so most throws pretty much can be teched on reaction, but it is tough. You're going to have good reactions to be able to do it. So next we'll talk about 1 plus 2 throws. A lot of characters have 1 plus 2 command throws. For example, this is Asuka's back 1 plus 2. You can see she's grabbing with both hands. And these actually you do have to tech with 1 plus 2. Just 1 or 2 is not going to work. And that's the reason why 1 plus 2 will not tech normal throws. So these characters, they can mix you up between a normal throw that you have to tech with 1 or 2, or a command throw that you have to tech with 1 plus 2. So what I've done is I've set the dummy to have 2 normal throws and a 1 plus 2 throw, and you can practice this in training mode. They will like randomly switch between the normal throws and the command throw, and you can try to spot when she grabs with both hands and go for that 1 plus 2 break. It is hard. I'm probably going to mess it up here, but if you're really on point, you can break that command throw when you see it. I was a little slow on the normal throw break that time. There's that 1 plus 2 break. I think I spotted it in time. Yep, pretty good. So try this out yourself. I recommend it, and you'll get a little bit better at seeing those command throws. And one other thing is running tackles, which I talked about in a previous video, where you run at them and you automatically tackle them. You get a couple follow-ups. These can be broken as well. If you tap 2, like literally right when the opponent hits you, that'll break it. If you miss this, then you can also break the follow-up attacks by guessing the button the opponent's going to hit. You basically have like a 50-50 shot whether they press 1 or 2. You can also reverse the tackle, but it's like really hard. It's like a 2-frame window or something crazy. If you press 1 plus 2, like right after the opponent hits you, you can reverse it. But again, it's like really, really hard. I don't know if... I've only hit this like a couple times ever on purpose. So I would recommend, go for that 2 break at the beginning. If you mess that up, you can go for the break of the follow-up. And finally, I want to talk about King for a second, because he's pretty weird. He's got like a million command throws. So he's got a couple, like the Tombstone Pile Driver, that have to be broken with 2. Only 2 will work. You can't do 1 or 1 plus 2 or anything. So I believe he has a couple command throws that have to be broken with 2, and you can see he does reach with his right hand, so it kind of looks like it would be a 2 break. He's got the Giant Swing, which I believe is his most damaging command throw. This does like a ton of damage. And it looks like it would be a 1 plus 2 break, because you can see he reaches with both hands, but it's actually a 1 break. So it's almost kind of like a mix-up. Like if you see both arms, you're not sure if it's going to be the Giant Swing or if it's going to be a 1 plus 2 throw. But in general, I would say it's a little bit safer to just tech with 1, because the Giant Swing is so damaging. You want to get out of that. And finally, he's got a bunch of weirdness with like chain throws, where he can do this throw and he can follow it up in a bunch of different ways, and he can do all these chains that lead into each other, do a bunch of damage. So this can seem super unfair, but actually each individual component there, they're pretty much all breakable. So you can break the very first one right off the bat with just a 1 break. You can break a lot of the later ones as well. If you miss this, I'm just gonna mash 1 here, and at some point I'm gonna break out. I think this one is like a 1 break. So he can do some mix-ups where he can do a follow-up that has to be broken with 1 versus a follow-up that has to be broken with 2. But in general, I think it's better to just break with 1, and at some point one of those chains you're gonna get out of. And it's not really that much damage. Like if you watch, if I just mash 1 here, I'm only gonna take like, I don't know, like 15%. Whereas if you compare it to the Giant Swing, that does like a quarter of your life bar. It's crazy. So the chain grabs aren't too much to worry about. So hopefully you guys found this helpful. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about punishing things on block and how to kind of use training mode to improve at your punishing game. So again, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.